Hi again, this is Yarrow, and welcome to video 2 in this short mini training series I've put together for you in the lead up to our live workshop where you're going to learn how to launch your own online platform. So in the first video, I talked about how you can take the ideas and the knowledge in your head and focus on turning that into valuable content you publish online, and what an incredible opportunity there is today to create an amazing business around your knowledge. In the second video, I want to talk about this issue of how to stand out from a crowd, because no doubt you're worried about how busy it is in your industry right now on the internet. Pretty much every industry is crowded with lots of people publishing information. So how do you stand out? And why is it that a small handful of people seem to get tremendous success online when thousands of other people who try and release content online never get anywhere? They spend months to even years on social media, publishing on their websites, trying maybe podcasting, doing YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff, and they never build an audience. They never get a following. Yet a small few people, the leaders, seem to get bigger and more successful every single month. What's going on here? What's the secret that these leaders have got that everyone else doesn't? And how can we make sure you're one of these breakout stars in your industry as you build your platform? Well, let me explain the psychology of what's going on here. So when the internet first started and people started first publishing content, the ratio was not enough content, lots of people looking for content. So pretty much anyone who was willing to put some time in to publish got an audience, started building a following. It was easy, so to speak, to be a publisher, to build a platform back then. However, that changed as more and more people did it. The internet grew, more and more people started producing content, and then the ratio switched. It became a situation where the people searching for information had too much. They had to find the good information like a needle in a haystack. So what's the end result of there being too much information and people not being able to find answers to their questions online? What happens is attention deficit sets in. What does this mean? Well, it means people don't have as much attention on any piece of content. They need to keep looking very rapidly in order to find an answer to their question. So they can't spend too much time on any one solution in case it's just not valuable information. So attentions drop to mere seconds. People read an article, only watch the first 3 seconds of a video or listen to the first 3 seconds of a podcast, something like that. We're scanners now. We're just darting in and out to try and find the information we want. Now, the issue with this is that people don't have the patience to keep looking for answers to questions and going through this process over and over again. So what happens? Well, as the internet gets more crowded, as attention deficit becomes an increasingly prominent issue, people pay less and less attention to anything. What happens is they start ignoring almost all the sources of information and instead only go to 1, 2, or 3 trusted sources of information. You're probably one of these people right now. I suspect you only have a handful of websites bookmarked, or perhaps a few people you follow on their email list. You probably went through a mass period of culling all the people you used to follow, unsubscribing from email lists, and you just started to pay attention to just a small group of people who you liked, who you trusted, who provided valuable information. So this is not something that only you are doing. This is something that everyone online is doing. We're starting to follow fewer and fewer people, and we're spending most of our time focused on the people we really like. So what's happening is those people who are having a breakout platform are getting bigger and bigger and bigger because they're getting more and more of the attention, and all the smaller people are getting cut. They're being ignored completely now. So the trick here is to make sure you're one of the people who gets that choice, gets selected to be a source of information, a trusted expert, a person that, to put it simply, other people like, and they choose to pay attention to you because you're going to be one of maybe 1, 2, or 3 people that they do for sources of information to that problem. Okay, so how do we make sure that you are one of the unique selected individuals that people choose to pay attention to and not one of the people who gets ignored and then eventually disappears completely altogether? For that to happen, you have to do one thing right. You have to build your online platform the right way. You see, your online platform dictates everything about how successful you are on the internet. It determines whether you connect with the right people and get recommended to other audiences as someone people should pay attention to and listen to. Who you know and who refers you is a key part of whether you're ignored or selected and paid attention to as someone who knows something of value. Your platform is also the key to making sure that your content is distributed on the internet in a powerful way. When you have a platform, you own it, you control it, you decide what gets shared, what gets said, how it gets presented, and it's up to you to decide how you do that. So when you create a platform, you have the power, you have the ability to create something that's really valuable and will get the attention of people and keep them in your world so they become super loyal followers and subscribe to your list. Now, for that to happen, you have to know how to build the platform. The platform is something that has a lot of moving parts. However, at the heart, it's really just about how to produce valuable content and present it well. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you inside the live workshop we've got coming up together. I'm going to go through an 8-step process that explains how to first create your platform and then how to use it to present your ideas and your information in a valuable way so you build this audience, connect with the right people, distribute your ideas far and wide, and you build that tribe, that loyal following who love everything that you do and they choose to pay attention to your work and ignore other people in your industry. You end up becoming one of those leaders, one of those winners who has a truly successful business. And when you reach that point, it gets easier and easier. Because you have this great platform, you get more opportunities, more people choosing to work with you, choosing to recommend you, choosing to invite you to participate in things that further cement your status as someone that people should pay attention to. Now, for that to happen, it all begins with the creation of your platform. So make sure you're there at the live workshop to learn how to do that. If you haven't downloaded the handout yet, again, you'll find a button just near this video to download the handout. Make sure you have that saved on your computer, ready to go when we go live. Coming up next in the third short video, the final one in this lead up series to our live workshop, I'm going to introduce you to the 4 phases that you need to work through in order to launch your platform. The workshop will go into much more detail, but I want to introduce you to these 4 steps, these 4 phases you're going to have to work through. There's no getting around it. You have to go through these 4 phases, but it helps to know what they are so you know the sequence. So that will be presented to you coming up in the third video, which should be sent via email in your inbox tomorrow. Now, before you go, I'd like to make sure you leave a comment, which you'll find an area to do so below this video. Just scroll down and then type your answer to this question if you haven't already done so. Tell me, what problem are you going to help people solve with your online business, your online platform? Or if you already do help people, perhaps you already have some kind of online presence, what do you help people do? I just want to know what your specialty is, or what is your unique knowledge that you're sharing online, or what you're going to share online if you haven't yet launched your platform. So leave your comment in reply just below this video. Okay, my name is Yarrow. I'll see you in the third and final video tomorrow, and I'll also see you, of course, in the live workshop. So make sure you're there. Join me live then. Bye for now.